Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, March 22nd. A powerful storm near Long Island this morning will continue to intensify over the next several hours as it moves rather quickly to the north and east near the coast of Maine by later in the day, and again continuing to intensify. At the same time, a cold frontal system is pressing in from the north and west. That frontal system will be supported by another strong wave of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere, so the threat for precipitation in the mid-Atlantic region does not end with the departure of this strong low-pressure system. In fact, this afternoon there can be additional rain showers, possibly snow showers in some spots, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm or two this afternoon into the early evening hours in the mid-Atlantic region. Any thunderstorm that does form later on this afternoon could very well produce small hail. Won't be difficult at all because freezing levels will be quite low later on today in the lower part of the atmosphere. Here's the way the surface map looks right now. First of all, that strong low pressure area is right near Long Island. It will move to the north and east over the next several hours and continue to intensify. With intensification will come a tightening pressure gradient between that low pressure area and this high pressure area over the northern plains, and combined with a strong cold front approaching and another wave of upper level energy, it'll be quite a volatile afternoon and evening in the DC, Philadelphia, New York City corridor, as well as throughout the mid-Atlantic region. By the way, it's cold enough for snow in a lot of the ski areas in interior higher elevation locations from Pennsylvania all the way up to northern New England. All these regions right in here, higher elevation away from the coastline, can receive some snow accumulations, perhaps even significant snow accumulations over the next 12 hours or so. Quite a good snow event for a lot of ski resorts in the northeast U.S. Well, here's the latest radar loop, and there's still some significant rain over New Jersey this morning. It's winding down now over the Philadelphia metro region, gradually coming to an end, at least in terms of the steady rainfall it has been over for several hours in the DC metro region. Again, low pressure this morning right in this area, right in here, just south of Long Island. It will move to the north and east over the next several hours, continue to intensify. All these areas that are higher elevation in interior New York State, interior New England, and even upstate Pennsylvania can receive some accumulating snow over the next several hours. Now, off to the west, there are some bands of snow and rain already setting up here over the eastern Great Lakes. That's associated with a strong Arctic frontal system that, again, is supported by a vigorous wave of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere, so it'll remain volatile this afternoon and evening in the I-95 corridor region from DC to Philadelphia to New York City, even with the departure of this surface low pressure system. Well, let's now take a look at the 6Z run of the GFS model. We're looking at 500 millibars. We're looking at the vorticity maxima up in the upper part of the atmosphere. This is where there's some spin in the upper part of the atmosphere. It all leads to instability, upward motion in the given areas underneath the vorticity maxima. Here we are early this morning, Friday morning. This wave of energy is associated with that surface low pressure area now near Long Island, headed up towards Maine. But look at this, another significant wave of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere now over the Great Lakes, aligned with that Arctic surface frontal boundary zone. This drops to the south and east over the next few hours, and it'll cause some instability in the atmosphere for the midday and especially the afternoon and evening hours in the mid-Atlantic region. Again, there could be a lull in the precipitation during the midday, maybe even some sunshine breaking out in DC, Philadelphia, and ultimately in New York City during the midday, early afternoon hours. But then as that wave of energy moves on top of the region, atmosphere will become unstable. There can be some additional showers, either in the form of rain or snow. And again, isolated thunderstorms are a possibility. If a thunderstorm does occur, it could easily produce some small hail given very low freezing levels in the lower part of the atmosphere. Let's push forward here. one wave moves to the north and east associated with that intensifying surface low pressure area. And here is that next bundle of energy moving into and over the mid-Atlantic region this afternoon into the evening hours. The threat for precipitation will continue into the evening. By the way, winds will also be a factor, gusting past 40 miles per hour in many spots later on today. Even now in the D.C. metro region, there are wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour or so. Those increasing winds will kind of push north and east with that surface low pressure area, reaching Philadelphia by the midday and afternoon, and New York City during the afternoon hours. So a lot of wind, a lot of volatility, maybe additional afternoon and evening rain and or snow showers, and again, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm or two that can produce small hail. Let's now move forward here. Saturday, the wind and cold will remain in the I-95 corridor region, way below normal for this time of the year, and wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour or so on Saturday. This is the forecast map for Saturday morning. Notice out here another bowling ball here, another strong upper level low that we'll have to watch over the upcoming week. And it looks like what will happen is that will spawn the development of a surface low pressure area. At the same time, colder air will be moving in from the northwest to the southeast by a Monday. This all follows a nice day on Sunday. Sunday will be noticeably milder and calmer than Saturday. High temperatures near 60 in D.C. with sunshine, well up in the 50s in Philly and New York City Sunday afternoon. So no doubt about it, Sunday will be the better of the two weekend days here in the Mid-Atlantic region, and quite a nice day with, again, sunshine, dry conditions, and relatively mild temperatures compared to Saturday. But by late Sunday, we'll see this low pressure area over the middle part of the country. And again, colder air will be edging in. It looks like the day will start mild on Monday in the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. In fact, high temperatures could reach 60 in D.C., well up in the 50s in New York City, Philadelphia, with occasional rain. However, colder air will be pressing in from the northwest to the southeast. Temperatures could drop late in the day, and there's a chance that the rain changes over to snow in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor on Monday night. Doesn't look like a big deal right now, but certainly there's a chance of rain could change to snow Monday into Monday night, and then it looks like basically cold and dry weather for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, certainly below normal for this time of the year on Tuesday and Wednesday. This is the forecast map for Tuesday. Now here we are into Wednesday morning. Notice high pressure ridging out here over the Midwest by Wednesday morning. That pushes into the east for Thursday. And Thursday's opening day for Major League Baseball in New York and Philadelphia and Washington. Right now the weather looks quite favorable indeed, with some sunshine likely in all three places, maybe 60 degrees Thursday afternoon in D.C. for the Nationals opener, well up in the 50s in Philly, their home opener Thursday afternoon against the Braves, and for the Yankees Thursday afternoon, sunshine in the 50s for their home opener on Thursday afternoon. Well, let's now walk through the surface forecast maps from last night's 6Z GFS model run. By the way, these maps from tropicaltidbits.com. Notice we start the day with a 989 millibar low just south of Long Island. Snow in the higher elevation regions of interior northeastern U.S., really from upstate Pennsylvania all the way to northern New England. Those interior higher elevation locations like ski resorts can certainly get several inches of accumulating snow over the next 6 to 12 hours or so. Let's push forward here. 989 low intensifies to a 982 low by early this afternoon. It jumps from Long Island to southern Maine and continues again to intensify. This pressure gradient between this high pressure area over the western Great Lakes and the low pressure over southern Maine by this afternoon tightens. That will result in wind gusts past 40 miles per hour in the mid-Atlantic region. And again, here is a batch of precipitation associated with that upper level wave of energy. That all floods into the I-95 corridor later today into the early part of tonight. So again, increasing winds today with gusts up to 40 miles per hour or so in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. There could be a lull in the precipitation after the steady rain pushes away early this morning There could be a lull during the midday, early afternoon hours in terms of precipitation. But then later this afternoon into the evening, another round of showers, either rain or snow showers. And again, there can be an isolated thunderstorm or two, potentially producing some small hail. Here we go now into the overnight hours. Precipitation threat winds down, but the winds remain. And Saturday looks like a cold and windy day throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. Residual snow early in the day on Saturday up in the higher elevation interior sections of New England. Let's keep moving forward here. Sunday, a much nicer day in the Mid-Atlantic region. High pressure moves overhead. That relaxes the pressure gradient. The winds noticeably lower. A calmer day on Sunday with some sunshine. Any day with sunshine this time of the year, temperatures should get a pretty good boost. The sun is definitely increasing in its impact as we move through the early part of the spring. So Sunday, near 60 degrees in D.C., well up in the 50s in Philly and New York City. Again, a quite nice day compared to Saturday. Then let's move forward here into the early part of next week. Low pressure will be edging basically from west to east across the Ohio Valley. At the same time, cold air slides south and east from southern Canada across the Great Lakes towards the Mid-Atlantic region. This could result in a mild start to the day on Monday in D.C., Philly, New York City, way up in the 50s in Philly and New York City, maybe near 60 early in the day on Monday. But then colder air presses in, entirely possible that rain changes to snow all the way down to D.C. late Monday afternoon or more likely Monday night. And again, that changeover from rain to snow could occur in Philadelphia and New York City as well. Here we go let's back up a little bit. Here we go now by Monday evening, and then later on Monday night, the low pulls away, precipitation winds down, and basically we have cold high pressure for Tuesday and Wednesday. And by Thursday, opening day in much of the Mid-Atlantic region and throughout Major League Baseball, looks like pretty favorable conditions expected with some sunshine and milder temperatures in D.C., Philadelphia, and New York City. So a lot going on over the next several days. Stay tuned for any updates from PerspectaWeather.com. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.